Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little review for you, a little demo, a little go through, get ready with me. As you can see, I have the makeup already applied and I managed to create this look with a little PS/Disney collaboration that they did with a little URSULA palette. You get 12 eyeshadows in here. I don't know if you can get it anymore because I got it when I was doing my big old haul of PS and it was in the sale at the time. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back or if this was just an earlier date batch that they had to get rid of. But if you want to see how I created this look, then stay tuned. Oh, whoa. And while you're here, my dear, why don't you just hit like on the video down below and subscribe. Be part of the house. Why not? Now I'll let you get on with the video. Okay, now that I've done my face, we can move on to why you're here. Today I'm going to be going in with this eyeshadow palette here that Primark PS did. It's a collaboration they did with Disney, and they brought a little URSULA palette. It comes with a little tassel, a little see-through front, and these are the shadows. Some nice blues in there and a nice purple pinkish colour over here, which is lovely. Okay, first I'm going to be taking some cleaning solution and getting the highlight that I put on my skin off the brush. There we go. First I'm going to go into this lovely shade right here, the purple. Just going to take it on the brush, you can see there, tap off some excess, grab my mirror, and then go in to just above my crease, just to pop the colour in there. That's nice. It's a nice subtle colour. Lovely. Next, I'm going to go into the darker purple up here, and I'm just going to take that on the same brush. This brush is the 251 Eye and Crease Contour brush, and I'm just going to hug it to this shadow that we've just laid down, very gently, just above the crease of my eye, just to give it a little bit of depth. That's nice. Look at that, that blends really nicely as well actually. I'm quite impressed. Next I'm going to be taking the 252 eyeshadow blending brush, this small one here, and I'm thinking I'm going to go into this dark blue here, this shimmery with reflex. Oh, it's lovely, look at that colour. And then it's got tiny little beads of glitter in it. I'm just going to pop this on the outer V of the eye. That's a lot of pigment that it just put down, which is lovely. We're being quite careful with this because obviously we've done the rest of our face and we don't want it falling down and ruining everything. There we go, just gonna tuck it into the crease as well. Just bring it slightly in to the middle of the eye there. Okay, then I'm going to grab the blending brush that we used at the beginning and just kind of swirl it round, mixing the two colours together, blowing out that blue colour. That's lovely. Then I'm going to clean off the smaller brush, get rid of the blue. I have mentioned this before in previous videos, but if you are going to be using a small amount of brushes but you want to be using multiple eyeshadows in one look, you can always invest in something like this, which is a makeup brush cleanser. This one specifically is by B Makeup and you can get it in Superdrug in the UK. It is absolutely wonderful because you spritz the brush, you put it on a towel, let me just put that down, this is the towel that I use. As you can see, it's covered in makeup that I get off. Then I just swirl it around in the towel, it takes the product off, and then within seconds your makeup brush is clean and ready to use with the next shadow. Speaking of next shadow, let's go into this lovely teal colour here. We're just gonna pack some onto the brush. That is beautiful, look at that colour. What's quite annoying about this palette is that it's got that little see-through window instead of having a mirror. I can see why they've done that because it cuts costs, but at the same time, having a mirror in this palette would make it something that I would be more inclined to gravitate to. So we're going to take this teal colour and we are going to pop it into the inner corner of the eye, dragging it out and connecting it with the lilac that we've got going on there. Gonna grab some more. That is a beautiful sea foam blue-green. Oh, it's just, I don't know how to really describe it to give it justice, but that is a beautiful colour right there. We're going to get the blending brush again and just marry everything together. These eyeshadows blend really, really nicely. Look at that. Then I'm going to go into the little purple lilac moment, and I'm just going to reaffirm what we've got on the center of the eyelid. Brush off the excess on a towel and then go back to blending. Okay, get some of that teal colour off, go in with the sparkly deep blue that we had again, and just tuck a little bit more in that outer corner because it's been a bit too diffused, and I do want to give this eye a little bit of structure. Okay, I love this blue and I love the teal colour we got going on. The lilac just gets a little bit wishy-washy when you're packing it onto the eye, which is a real shame because I love that kind of lilac colour. Oh, it's beautiful. But no, I'm quite happy with that blue. Next, I'm going to take the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush that we've got here, and I'm just going to pop it in a little bit of this crystal white we've got going on. I'm going to swirl it around a little bit, pick up some of the product and pop it in the edge inner corner of the eye. Ooh, and blending it in with the teal. These look quite gritty when you're popping them onto the brush, but when they go onto the eye, as long as you blend them nicely, sometimes taking a finger really helps, the product does look lovely on the eye. Look at that. I have got a little bit of fallout here, but we just take a powder brush and just swipe over the top. of the foundation, and there you go. The majority of it is gone. If we ever find that there's a bit too much on there, we can always take another little bit of concealer and go under the eye and just buff it out. With our makeup sponge. There you go. Also acts as a lovely way to clean up dark shadows like this blue one. There we go. That's better. And remember, just because you've put concealer on now, you need to set it with a loose powder. Today I'm using the E.L.F. one. I used this in my full face of E.L.F. video that you can find on my channel, and I shall link it in the cards up above to save you the journey. Okay. And just wipe that powder off. Now I'm going to go in with the PS vinyl liner that we used last time in the full face, and I'm just going to draw a little cat eye. There we go, that's the cat eye done. Now I'm just going to grab the eyeshadow blending brush again. Let me pop my mirror down. And then we are just going to go into the, let's go into the purple shade at the top here. Let's grab some on the brush. Lovely. And we're just going to run this under the eye. I keep going to look in the mirror that's in this palette, but there isn't a mirror in this palette. Look at that on the, oh. As you can see, a little bit of the shadow has gone in my eye, but it's nothing this eye hasn't seen before. Let's just drag it under there, really connect the two. Look at that. Ooh. Now I'm going to grab some of the PS False Lash Queen Mascara, which we used in the full face, and I'm just going to coat my lashes. Let's grab the mirror. I'm going to poke my eye out. I do like this mascara. It's a good coat for them. It's just, there's a couple out on the market that are a little better, but for the price point I cannot complain. It does its job very nicely. I'm going to curl my lashes just so that they're pointing up when the falsies come along. Next I'm going to be taking my 3D iconic false eyelashes that we got last time from the Primark full face of makeup. I'm going to take my Eyelaw tweezers that I've got here. These are one of the most wonderful purchases I ever made, because they make applying lashes so much easier. You just push them open, pop the lash in there, let go gently, and it will just hold it in place, ready for you to apply glue. Now I remember these being a bit too long, so I'm just going to trim the edges of these. Let's grab the outer corner. There we go. When I trim my lashes, I only take the smallest amount off, so about that much. Not much at all. Oh, we'll stick that to the top of my nail. A little fashion accessory, if you will. Then I'm gonna grab my duo adhesive. I always use this, and it isn't the one that's in a tube, it's the one that has the little spatula, so that I can just go along the band of the lash and pop it right on. Okay. We give it a little bit of time. That's a really pretty eye look, isn't it? And the colours will complement each other, which is really nice. Gonna take the mirror, flip it over so I've got a bit more magnification, and I'm just going to tip it up so the lash band hits my lashes first. Once I can feel it touching, I let go with the tweezers, and then that messed me up a little bit. Let's pop that down, and then I'm just going to reposition the lash as I see fit. You can also pinch your lashes and the eyelash together. There we go. That's a lovely lash. Yes! And it sat down quite quickly and quite properly. Right, I'm going to do this eye on this one, and I shall be right back. Okay, the eyes are now both done. I'm really impressed with these shadows. Look at them in the pan. We haven't had much of a kickback or fallout from that. They do look quite gritty when you're getting into them, but when they're on the eyes, they blend out wonderfully. I mean, look at that colour. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. I'm very into it. It's very Ursula, Queen of the Deep. Okay, I'm now going to go into something new that I haven't used before, which is the PS Define Brow Gel. This is £1 in their range. Comes with a little spoolie, and I'm just going to grab the mirror and run this through my brows just to get them into the right position so that I can add a little bit of shadow to fill them in. And you're probably thinking, Dana, why haven't you covered your brows for this? And my answer to you would be, this is just a quick look at what the palette is capable of. This has a beautiful colour story in it. We're just seeing how powdery the shadows are, how they blend nicely, and I'm not going for a big blown out drag look. I'm just going for something everyday, wearable, that anybody could wear. I mean, blues and purples aren't everybody's everyday wear, but for me, I would happily wear this out. Happily. Okay, now that I have applied the brow gel and these are laid nice and flat, there are no colours in here which I would use for my brows, because firstly these dark ones here are shimmery. This black is shimmery and I wouldn't use a black on my brows anyway, and there's no deep browns. So I'm going to be going in with something that I can't put down recently actually, which is the E.L.F. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. This one is Summer Breeze. Look at that gorgeous colour story. And then I like to go in with this brown here and just do my brows. So I'll do them and I shall be right back. Okay, the brows are drawn on. This is an incredible palette. If you haven't seen my full face of E.L.F. products, then I suggest you check it out, because not only does this make incredible brows for me, it is an incredible colour story and the looks that you can make with this palette are beautiful. It's also really thin and easy to pack. But anyway, enough about E.L.F. This is about Primark and the Disney collab. Let's just do some lips and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the palette. Now remember, this liner broke last time, but I have sharpened her and hopefully it should work. That lip liner glided on like a dream. If you can pick up the lip kits that PS do, get them, get them, get them, get them. They are so good. Let's go in with the matte lip. And then the lip lacquer. Oh, these are lips. Ooh, they're gorgeous. Okay, time for my final thoughts on the PS/URSULA Disney palette. The colour story that you've got going on inside, for me, is wonderful. Because it's got purples, it's got blues, and it's got this teal shade. It really gives you something that you can get creative with and play with. This gives you a lovely transition colour, and if you're not going to use this, then this over here is a beautiful transition as well. Then you can build on top of that with maybe the pinks on the top row, but I went with the purples and then the blues, just pushing it a little bit more. And the look itself has come out absolutely wonderfully. I'm very, very happy with it. You are getting 12 eyeshadows in here. This is, I don't know how much it was because I got it when it was clearance. I believe I got this for £4, but it may have been £8 when they originally did it because it was a collaboration. I don't like this little tassel thing. I don't see the point in it, and rather than being able to see the eyeshadows inside, I would have loved to have had this shell design up here and then a mirror. That would have been wonderful, and I wouldn't have put this palette down. The shadows themselves, they may come off kind of chalky when you're first getting into them, but as long as you use a lovely fluffy eyeshadow brush, the ones that I've used today have all been PS Pro ones. So you had the 251, the 252 and the 250. These are a brilliant addition to anyone's kit and I would highly recommend them. Blending them, it makes the eyeshadows really just go into each other, and the colour payoff that you get is wonderful. Even this white shade here, it still gives an absolutely gorgeous inner corner highlight. Just to finish it off, let's take the PS Beauty 2-in-1 primer slash finishing spray with green tea and argan oil, and we'll just set the face. Oh. Absolutely lovely. Okay, my darlings, that's all I've got for you today. This eyeshadow palette, after all of that, is definitely something I would recommend if you can pick it up. It's cheap, you're getting a good 12 eyeshadows, the payoff is great, the colours are great. It's not going to be an everyday for some people, but for those nights that you really want to push a look, and for any Disney fans that are out there, go pick it up if you still can. Thank you so much for watching today. If you haven't already, go down below and leave me a little like on the video. Hit subscribe and become part of the house. I would love to have you here. Keep coming back for more videos. We have so many eyeshadow palettes that I need to go into, give you a demo of, review. I've got loads of different products from brands from everywhere, from CYO, Acura, Revolution, more PS coming very, very soon. All in all, it's going to be a very good next couple of months. What was your favourite colour out of this eyeshadow palette? Please leave me a little comment down below. And would you buy this? Would you use it as an everyday look? Comment down below, tell me what you would do to create a look with this. Ooh, I'm feeling myself in that monitor, if you can't tell already. Okay, it's been a joy, my darlings. Stay safe and stay tuned.